What's good, everybody? It's your boy Vaughn back again with another video, and today we're going to be going a little bit old school with this. Now, if you remember, a couple months ago when I first not started my channel, but when I started doing things like reactions and stuff like that, part of my eyebrows, I know I got the I forgot that nigga's name. I'll be sure I got the kind of the unibrow thing going on. I'm trying to get the shit cut in the middle. But anyway, if you guys remember watching my old videos like my Flash reaction or my Guardians of the Galaxy reactions or my Fast 10 reactions like to the trailers and stuff like that from months ago, you can see I'm going a little old school with this, and it's going to be the same dynamic of me reacting to stuff. And this is going to be not a power related video, this is going to be a Top Boy related video, but I'm going to be reacting to, if you guys don't know who I'm going to be reacting to, I'm going to be reacting to MovieBot. Now, if you don't know who MovieBot is, he covers a lot of shows like Power, Top Boy, Snowfall, all the good crime shows that's out right now. He comments on all of them and breaking down things way better than I can do, because he got the time and energy for it. But I'm gonna go get into this reaction. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, and let's get into it.
In the gritty world of Top Boy, at the show's core, it revolves around two main characters, Sully and Dushane, whose lives are deeply intertwined in the London criminal world. The world that they live in is often full of violence, desperation, revenge, and betrayal. But from the beginning, it was pretty clear that both of their journeys would end up in one of two ways, either death or jail.
Facts.
So in this video, we are going to be breaking down the ending of Top Boy with some overall thoughts and some theories around this mystery ending around who this is, because I do have a funny feeling it was Jack. So stick with the video till the end.
Could
so
be right.
A spoiler warning is now in effect for the final season of Top Boy, and I will be bringing a full season breakdown over the next coming week.
Oh, and yeah, I forgot to mention spoilers ahead, but if y'all seen the end of the Top Boy, that was in my opinion, Sully got I don't want to say he got the worst ending. To me, he got the ending that was justified. Like, his ending made sense of why he got what he got. It was all building up to the reason why he was going to end up the way he did. Dushane's, I'm going to get into that like a little bit later of the reaction, but let's keep watching. Top Boy, why you got to leave?
The final episode runs it back to the theme of Top Boy: violence, revenge, and betrayal. Riots over Summer House was out of control. The estate was going up in flames as we see Isaac Lateef coming to see Dushane. This was who Wilson recommended using to escape the country. Unfortunately, he needed a passport and a whole lot of cash. At this moment in time, Dushane sat in his mother's home and he was left all on his own. His relationships in the streets had deteriorated. His relationship with Shelley was over, and he also shrugged off any goodbyes. He said he had nobody to say goodbye to. A big fall for someone who at the end of season 2 had a family and was also thinking about early retirement with a £15 million investment. Now, Isaac was in no mood to play games. He told Dushane not to contact him unless he has the cash. But he did give him some free piece of advice. Being on the run is fucking expensive. Fortunately for him, he still did have someone who cared about him. Shelley came to give him his passport and a small amount of cash. Over the course of the last 2 episodes, Sully and Dushane had a hunch something didn't quite sit right with Kieran. Once Sully had got some answers from Jack, he rang Kieran to tell him he wanted to be there during the exchange. An exchange that Bex had a really bad feeling around because she knew the consequences of the game Jack was in. There was no such things as a free pass in this game, not when it comes to Sully. So this is something I do think we should keep in the back of our minds as we go through the ending of Top Boy. Jack knew for as long as Sully was alive, she ran the risk of being on the end of his gun. Now, at this moment in time, with the riots in Summer House and the streets becoming a war zone between the public and police, Stefan was kept indoors, isolated from the rest of the world. He ignores messages from Erin and contemplates his next move, with a gun that Jamie once gave to Sai, which was now in the hands of Stefan.
Looking like a demon.
As Kieran met with Sully, he tries to deflect the conversation to the chaos in Summer House, but Sully wanted to hear the truth from Kieran's mouth. He was aggravated because Kieran sent him down a wild goose chase, first over the fields where he almost blew Sai's brains out, and around London. At this moment in time, Kieran was a defeated man. He knew what comes next when it comes to a man like Sully, and so he pleaded with him. Unfortunately, it was game over for Kieran. With the handover of product from Jack, Dushane and Sully were going to be present at the community centre at 8 PM. But he came up behind Jack and beats her down and takes a bag of drugs for himself. Now, this looks like a weird coincidence for Sully as he comes face to face with Jack in the community centre. She was jumped outside just before she could carry out the exchange, and Sully is fuming. He also tells her that Kieran was done, which sends Jack on a mission to find out whether that was true. And so maybe in hindsight, Kieran was better off being deported by the Home Office and going to Rwanda after all. Now,
I said this. I said the same shit. Like in Driss, baby moms was literally like kind of like hinting at that. She was like, "You after what we did to literally get you to keep you from going to Rwanda, you literally ended up doing the same shit that they were. You know what I mean? Like it was literally like you could have literally just went there to Rwanda instead of doing the same bullshit that you do here. But we kind of already knew that he was gonna do the same shit he was doing anyway because he was already knee deep in the game, in the words of our man, you know, Sully or Jock. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
with the bags of product, Duchesne has only one play left, Isaac Latif. He tells him that he can offer him 15 kilos of product, which was counter-offered with 20. And did Duchesne have a choice at this moment in time? He had nobody else to turn to, and Isaac was his last hope. So they agree a deal, and he sends his two guys to help Duchesne get out of Summer House. But they were going to be 1 hour, which ended up being the longest 1 hour of his life.
Facts. That was a long ass hour. I literally forgot that it was an hour.
Sully gave everybody strict orders to do what needs to be done if they see Duchesne. He wanted the bags back at any cost. For Sully himself, he starts at Duchesne's mom's house with Junior. Across the estate, Duchesne's watching him and heads in the other direction where he comes across Brothers, Samzi, and Romando. And we know what happens when two people are about to draw their gun.
Yep.
Unfortunately for Brothers, he was someone who got caught in this game between Duchesne and Sully.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Now Duchesne does eventually meet up with Isaac's guys, but just before they could make their escape, Sully and Junior arrive on the scene and we see a shootout between them. Junior gets caught, but Sully is able to take both of Isaac's men out. He eventually catches up with Duchesne, and just before he could climb over the fence, Sully puts a bullet in his brother.
Yo, Sully, like, side note, Sully is a real beast. Like, when it comes to just handling guns and being in the midst of shootouts and stuff like that, Sully is a straight beast. Like, he's literally, if you want to say, the Tommy Egan of the Top Boy series. Like, this dude is a straight invincible beast. But, man, to see that ending of him shooting Duchesne, that shit really kind of broke me, man, because if you guys are big fans and y'all remember watching Top Boy Summer House before watching Top Boy before he came back, y'all remember their relationship was literally like brothers. Like, they was literally with each other in and out. You know what I'm saying? Pause. They was literally like real blood brothers type. You know what I'm saying? And to see Sully take out Duchesne was heartbroken, but it made sense because you got to remember in Top Boy Summer House, I think if I remember correctly, Duchesne was actually, I think, contemplating or on the verge of trying to set up Sully himself to get killed, but he didn't go through with it. And you know, also we know that Duchesne has always been about himself and has always kind of made like behind the scene plays of trying to stab Sully in the back. And Sully even addressed him on it, like, bro, like, I'm not trying to be disrespected. All I want is to be respected and hear and have my voice be heard. But we know Duchesne was the mind control freak behind the whole organization and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So to see that is just heartbroken within itself. You know what I mean?
Duchesne lies here in a pool of blood, and with both of them on either side of the fence, they talk about survival. Duchesne whimpers and wheezes.
That was a good ass scene, man. The dialogue, shout out to the writers, man. That shit was
going to be one other outcome then, death. But before Duchesne does die, they clash on their partnership, and that runs all the way back to the original Top Boy. Duchesne always saw himself as the big brother, the main man, and all Sully wanted was respect. Now, as Duchesne began to bleed out,
all
he
he
said
wanted.
this game doesn't come without the consequence of death.
Sully didn't want a lot,
Sully was
man.
someone who
He just
acknowledged
wanted
where they
one
grew up
thing.
and where they came from.
Duchesne
They
wanted
were
it all.
monsters, then they were food.
Didn't
and
care
he could never be
anybody
food.
he was going to
For
run
Sully
over
was
to
clear
get.
He was going to do what it took to survive. And whoever came in his way, he had no hesitation in pulling that trigger, even if it was his own brother, Duchesne. As it began to dawn on Sully that Duchesne was now dead, he climbs over and takes the bags, ready to live another day. The entire summer house had calmed down, and we saw Steph sitting on a bench on his own. His parents were dead, and so was Jamie.
Yep.
Aaron, his older brother, was in Leeds studying marketing. He reminisces about the good times of him playing FIFA, with Jamie telling him and Aaron who's cooking and who's cleaning. Aaron telling him to shut up because he's studying for his exams. It was an emotional moment for Stefan.
That was.
Also where he realized he had a choice to make. Was he going to avenge his brother's death and end up going down the same path? Meanwhile, Sully went to go see his daughter for the very last time, and I think we all knew what was coming when he told her that he loves her.
We knew what
This
was
the
coming.
last time he was going to see his
He
daughter.
even knew.
As he walks away, we saw a hooded figure in the back. It was the moment we all waited for, Stefan and Sully coming face to face. Throughout Season 3, Sully and Steph did see each other a few times, but Steph kept the identity of Jamie's killer hidden from the police and from those who asked him. That was until he did open up to Sai. Now the pair were at a standoff, and at this moment in time, Sully knew his time was up. But he was also okay with it because Steph had to do what he had to do. But before Steph makes his decision, Sully tells him he's empty. He's lost that feeling a long time ago. And surprisingly to many of us, Steph told him he wasn't worth it. He drops his gun and walks away.
Yo, I was so surprised when Steph told him that. I was literally thinking he was gonna literally take out Sully, because that's what they were setting up like for the whole season. Like, I literally thought he was gonna take out Sully, like right then and there. And I originally thought he did take out Sully. Like, I thought he was just playing with Sully to catch him by surprise and then shoot him when he wasn't expecting it. But we still don't know who shot him. And Movie Bot did say he thinks it was Jock. That's the only person I could think of that it being, or somebody from Steph's crew. You know what I mean?
As he gets back to his car, a hooded figure appears and pulls the trigger on Sully. The identity of the killer is intentionally left a mystery, but based on the walk after, I do believe this was Jack. Now, this all goes back to Jack not having a free pass. She knew the world that she lived in and what Sully was capable of. She knew what he did to Driss, what Jamie did to Kit, and then who killed Jamie. Jack also had a new responsibility. After Lauren's death meant her and Bex were the sole carers of Lauren's baby. For her to look after him, she had to get rid of one major loose end. That would have killed her if she didn't kill him. I also feel Jack wanted to avenge Kieran's death. The moment she learned about Kieran, she couldn't believe it. She searched far and wide, but she knew deep down what Sully had done. There was also the fact that she was leaning away from the game. She was done selling drugs that took her sister away and destroying their community, hence why she took the 2 bags of food. But for her to fully escape the game, Sully had to go. There was no way around it. I also get the sense that the walk after the trigger was pulled was a very Jack-like walk. This was definitely her signature walk. And so for me, it was Jack who pulled that trigger. Now, with that being...
Shout out to MovieBot for actually paying attention to stuff like that, because I wouldn't have thought that it was Jock. I would have thought it was somebody from Steph's crew. Like, if Steph told somebody, like, yo, if I don't pull the trigger, make sure you be on standby to pull the trigger on Sully, because he's got to get it either way or another. Like, Sully has got to pay. You know what I mean?
Said my full season breakdown will come in the next week or so, which does give time to everybody to catch up and get up to speed. Now, in the meantime, drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you agree it was Jack who pulled the trigger on Sully? And do you also agree with the way they ended Top Boy? Would you think they kind of rushed this final season? Drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section, because I am intrigued to see what the viewer's perspective is. I do feel like they should have had a few more episodes just to flush the storylines out of all the characters.
They should have had more, like at least like maybe
that,
at least 8 or 9 episodes they could have had.
But in the meantime, drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I will be back with a full season breakdown in the next week.
But yo, I agree. I totally agree. There should have been more episodes. And yes, I was thinking about that the whole time. Like, was Curtis's people was going to come back, like, to avenge him? And also, like he said, the Irish people. And then, like, also, it's just, like, I do agree. I actually like the ending of the way Sully went out. I like the way it ended. But the ending did feel like it didn't really feel like a finale ending. It felt like, oh yeah, somebody, like, it felt like it was setting up like maybe a possible spinoff of somebody. You dig what I'm saying? It didn't really feel like a good ending in my opinion. I do like the scene between Deshane and Sully, the last scene, but I really do feel like Deshane, man, I feel like he could have said more than what he just said, you know what I'm saying? But Deshane was on his Walter White stuff, like, this season. Like, he was moving very sloppy, because he's always known for moving calculated, moving ahead of the game, but this dude was moving sloppy. He was like Franklin in Snowfall season 6. He wanted that money. He wanted all of that money. He wanted everything that he worked hard day and night for, and when he couldn't get it, he just started going crazy, just going on a rampage. And that's the thing I like about these shows, is that they show you all the different possibilities of how you could end up if you keep chasing this one path. And they all show you that the money is also what can help bring a lot of good things to you, but the money is also what can damage you within the end. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say money is the root of all evil. And that's what happened with Deshane in Franklin's sake. You know what I'm saying? Franklin ended up as a bum, and Deshane ended up dead. And, you know, if you want to be like real life scenarios, like a Big Meech or Southwest T, you end up in jail for, you know, amount of years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Top Boy season, what was it, season 3? Yeah, it was a good season in my opinion. It was a real good season, very rushed. I felt like it could have been longer, but I really enjoyed it. And if you didn't watch it, I advise you to check it out now. I personally would say start watching Top Boy Summer House so you can understand like the whole chronological order and timeline of the show, so you can know who's character and who's who and who's not. Now you're gonna be confused when you go to the new show because they're gonna have newer characters that weren't really in the original show, but I advise y'all to check it out. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And until then, if you want me to do more of these, let me know. And your boy Von out. Peace.
I want to stick my head through a circle at the beginning of movies and roar.
What's up now, bitches?